Greetings. I know I probably can't hear anything I'm saying in this thing. That's all right. Hello. Happy Star Wars month. Hello, and yeah. May the fourth be with you. This is the way and all that good stuff. I can't do that. Oh. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Toytography Live. I am here. I'm your host, Brian Carr. How you doing, Fram? Good to see you, man. I figured I'd show up in my Star Wars attire. This is actually a shirt that I had a while ago, and then my wife did some nice custom stuff, so she put the little logo there for me, and got a little logo there. So I won't need the helmet. I think this will be enough. So nice to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another fun episode. We actually have some pretty cool stuff that we're going to share with everyone today. So thank you for joining everything. We got Steve in here. May the force be with you, sir. Always. And we have Bram here. Hello. Yes, this is the way. We have 60 Pick. Hello there. Hello. So we got some pretty cool stuff to show you guys. We have some cool photo submissions from you guys, and we also have a special Star Wars themed photo submission from you guys. So that's going to be a cool thing. So we have two separate segments. Plus, we have some pretty cool announcements to make for you guys today. We actually have a surprise that's happening later today. So I will fill you in on all of that before the show is over, so you guys will be ready and prepared. A nice little surprise for you guys today. But before we jump into everything, we definitely want to give a shout out to the ones that are actually helping to make all of this possible, because again, without them, we really wouldn't be as far as we are into all of this, because we just appreciate all of the support that we have received from right now. Sorry. Just give me just a moment. It's running a little behind here. Mark, what's up, man? Hello. Let's see, what do we have? We had him right here. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Jazz Ink Dioramas. They are still currently taking pre-orders for the Catwoman figure, and they have 3 different versions. So you can get one that's the battle damage version, or you can have the one that is the clean version. I mean, look at the detail in the head sculpts. It's just great all around head sculpt. So you can get one or the other. You can pre-order this version, or you can pre-order this version, or you can actually get the deluxe set, which is both figures. And if you get both figures, then you will also get in this nice diorama piece to go along with it. So I say it's a win-win-win all the way around, just being able to have this. Like I said before, I have had stuff from Jazz Inc., and they're just top quality stuff. So we definitely enjoy having all of their materials. Definitely want to give a shout out to Big Bad Toy Store. They have 1/6 scale, 1/4 scale, 1/12 scale figures. So we have just a number of different things you can get. I've actually purchased things from Big Bad Toy Store for a while, so they're always appreciated. But they have been a really big sponsor for our Toytography challenge, so definitely want to give a shout out to them. But anything you guys are looking for, you definitely can go ahead and grab that. The new the new issue of Toytography magazine is available right now, so you guys can definitely jump on that. There's diorama builds you can have in that. There's some nice interviews that you can have. So yeah, that's, you guys can definitely partake in that. If you haven't seen it already, let me check. Let me see if I got if this is the right one. I believe this is the right one. Yes. Let me see. That's not. Oh gosh, I thought I had it up, but if you guys have not seen it, we just uploaded a new episode of Toytography Dynamics, and that's one where we have we're posing Jack Sparrow. Specifically, we're working with posing the eyes. So there's been some questions that people are asking about how to pose 1/6 scale figures using their eyes. Sometimes you pose them and some people just get nervous because whenever they're trying to work with the eyes, it just kind of goes in different directions. And so it's just kind of hard to work with. So what we specifically did was we worked with posing the eyes on the Jack Sparrow figure. So I put them in a number of different poses, but I put them in specific poses so that the eyes are looking in certain directions. And I give some tips on how to pose them so you don't, run into any issues with that. So yeah, definitely want to partake in that. And I actually already showed the other thing, so I might as well go ahead and just mention it now. But later today at 4 p.m. Pacific time, I have a new episode of Toytography Dynamics that you guys do not want to miss out on. It was a great episode, and so you guys definitely don't want to miss out. But I'll show you the image for it now, so you guys can be able to see. Pull this up. Hold on one second. Let me get this. Oh, come on! You got to work with me. You got to work with this thing all the time. All the time. You got to work with me on this. Okay, hold on one second. Let me pull this up so you guys can be able to see. Here we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. So the new episode of Toytography Dynamics that's going to air later today, 4 p.m. I had an interview with Anthony from 6 Scale Posers. He actually has his own group, 6 Scale Posers. If you're not a part of it, you definitely should be a part of it because you can learn all kinds of posing tips from him and other people that are also in the group. But he actually gave me some of his time to, we were talking about how to pose figures, but at the same time, we were posing some figures ourselves during the show. So we were we were posing. I was posing the Mace Windu figure, and Anthony was posing the 6 scale figures. So I'm sorry, the Anakin Skywalker figure. So we were just kind of messing around, and yeah, we actually got some pretty good poses during the time we were chatting. But he gave some really good tips and everything. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun having a conversation. So that video will be available in literally about a couple hours. It'll be available about 4 o'clock Pacific time. You guys will be able to check out that new episode, and yeah, it's a good one. I can say right now, it's a good one. What do we have again? I know you guys say something. It's coming. It's coming. We are definitely going to do a review on that. I'm waiting for mine to show up. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about having that figure. But I will do an unboxing for that one, and yeah, we'll do some posing with that. Which, by the way, so I did it a little bit early, so I'm making you guys aware of it now because I believe I just put it up yesterday, and I'm most likely going to end the voting for it today. But we're taking a break from 1/6 scale posing, and we're going to do some 1/12 scale. So head over to the Facebook group. There's voting going on right now for what figure you guys would like to see posed in the next Toytography Dynamics video. There's a choice of 4 figures. I may be able to show you guys now the choices that we have, so you guys can be able to see who we are going to be posing next. So let me see. Do I have them? Yes, I do have them up. So let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can be able to see who it is that you can vote for. But we've narrowed it down to 4 figures. I think there's some pretty fun ones, some pretty cool figures for you guys to vote on. But it's some pretty cool stuff. So let me go ahead and pull these guys up so you can be able to see. Let's see here. Okay, yep, I found it. Let me pull this up. You guys can see. Sometimes I got things prepared, but I was kind of winging it today. So yeah, with me. But let's see. So we have. Let's see. We got our first one you guys can be able to vote on is the Mezco Batman Gotham by Gaslight. So that's one of the characters that that you can vote on. We have all the accessories. I just showed one piece, but we have all the accessories so we can do some poses with him. The other figure that you guys can vote on is the Mezco Dick Tracy. I've had a lot of fun with that guy. So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be biased, so I'm not going to vote. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward. And I will say this, man, because I see Sticky Fingers like, yeah, can't wait for the National Defender. I'm waiting for that one too. And I don't know. I just kind of envision in my head the era of this Superman figure. So I definitely want to pose this Superman with this Dick Tracy, and we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, so Dick Tracy is the other figure you guys can vote on. The other figure that we have is the Abyss Knight, or better known as Death from Darksiders. So that's one of the other figures that you can vote on. And the last guy that you guys can vote on, I got a pretty small one, Tangerine. So she's the other one that you can cast your vote for. Actually, you know what? I believe I do have one more that you guys can vote on, and that is Duke. So yeah, so these are the figures that you guys can vote on, and whichever figure has the most votes, that's the one that we're going to choose to do our posing with in the next Toytography Dynamics video. So I'm going to put them in different poses, give you some tips on how to pose for the different figures and how to pose specifically with the weapons that they have. So hopefully it'll bring some inspiration to you guys for that. But yes, these are the ones that you guys will be able to vote on right now in the Facebook group. So you guys can, you can see who's going to be in the next episode. There'll be other times, but as far as this episode, these are the ones that you guys get to vote on. Oh yeah, well, I did miss out because this thing, man. I'm just gonna say I know that, and when we had Dan on here before, he was kind of mentioning like, oh, come on over and come to our side, get 1/12 scale. Man, I collected 1/12 scale figures a long time ago, and once I found 1/6. I mean, I was just like, oh gosh, and just the way you could take the photos with it and everything. I just really love 1/6 scale figures, but I am starting to dip back into the 1/12. But my love is 1/6 because there's just so much stuff that you can do. I try to make my photos as realistic as possible, and 1/6 scale figures kind of help give off that thing. So yeah, so that's just me. Anyway, let's continue a little more with the Star Wars theme that we got going on today. So I did have one figure that I had show up, and actually this one figure is helping a bunch of other figures, and it was just so fitting because the figure that I received is a Star Wars figure. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. Let's go ahead and let's show. So the figure that I got in the mail just a few days ago for my Star Wars theme is, and I've been waiting to get in for a while, but this is figure that I received. This is the 1/12 scale, I'm sorry, 1/6 scale IG-12. That's what it's going to be. So got Grogu in there. I've already tested with the sound and stuff like that. So this guy is actually pretty good. I've already got some ideas for some photos to mess around. I haven't got around to the photography yet, but I will be showing off, some other stuff you're gonna be able to do with him. I did already replace one of the pieces that he comes with because he's an accessory set, so he comes with a number of different accessories that you could use with other figures. So I've already did a swap for the Paz Vizsla. So I already put on the extra accessory gun, which was this piece right here. You remove this and you put this other piece on, so that it's basically from that famous scene in the episode where he was firing off and doing that. Man, no, you did not. I'm not gonna preach right now, man. Leave me alone. No, I would say for right now, I'll just say currently at this moment, there's not enough people in the congregation for me to lock the doors, so I'm gonna leave it open right now. So I see this dude always mess with me, man. So Leo, dude, thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, but that's gonna be my stuff that I got for today for the Star Wars stuff. So right now, we're gonna jump into the photos that you guys submitted. So some of these were some Star Wars photos, and then some other ones were just some regular pictures that were submitted. And then after that, we'll jump into the Star Wars photos that we submitted, were the ones that did the hashtag May for TTM. So the photos that we're going to take a look at right now are people that are in the Facebook group who put hashtag TTM Live, and yeah, they wanted their photos critiqued. So if anyone's there, you want your photos taking a look at, photos critique, any kind of advice you're looking for, that's the reason for doing this segment. So let me go ahead and pull up our first image that was submitted, which I know you guys will definitely get a kick out of this with. So we're waiting to see this right now, the continuation of the story. This is Bram. He submitted his photo, sir. The story continues. And man, one thing I will say about the image is, and all of your images that you submitted, I appreciate the consistency with your lighting. I know you have had other scenes where there's been other things that you had to, pull from to make sure that the lighting is correct for the image. But what you have always done with every image is you have remained consistent with the lighting overall. So definitely, man, a good job with that. So in this image, I'd say that the posing is good. My only thing is, honestly, I would have probably changed the angle. Man, I would have to kind of play around with it. Only reason why I would change the angle is because of the eyes. Because you can't really move the eyes. He's helping Mando, but he's not really looking at him. And there's really nothing you could do about that. I mean, there are a lot of figures have it set up to where you cannot move the eyes. But what I would do in a case like that is I would maybe change the angle of the photo, just so that I can leave it to the person's imagination. So honestly, I probably would have done a shot that's a little more over Link's shoulder and looking down at Mando. Now, as a result of that, you would probably need to switch hands, because if you went over the shoulder, probably from this angle, you wouldn't be able to see that Link is helping Mandalorian up. So you would probably switch hands and have him help from the other side, just so you can have the angle and be able to have everything visible, just so that you can see everything. But yeah, because that, and I'm only assuming that you can't, because the limited motion of the figure, you can't really get the head down looking further down than it already is right now, which is, that's understandable. That happens with figures. Sometimes you can't really move the head that far down to where it looks like they're looking down. So you got to work with what you got. So that's the thing I would do. I would just I would change the angle so that you can't really see where Link is looking, but you can see what he's doing. And so that would be a good angle, a good shot. Yeah, and that's good. It's good that you tried multiple different angles just to see what works, and things like that. But yeah, that would make sense. And that's that's another downside, because if Link's head could come off, you could probably just take it off, put some tack, lean the head down a little bit further, and just get it from an angle to where it can't be seen, and then you got your shot. So that that's one of the ways that you can do it. But if you can't, you just kind of improvise and kind of see what what you can get. But that's just, the overall area. At first glance, you don't really notice that. You only notice the eyes when you start looking at the photo for a while. That's really when things start to show up, and it's like, oh, okay, I see this, I see this. But at first glance, overall, this is a great shot. Your setting is good. You got the lighting coming from the truck. I mean, it's great. And yeah, so and say that's what that totally makes sense. What you're going for is just what angle can I best get what's happening in the shot. And that's what I mean. That's what it's like. If you wanted to do that, and I see personally for me, I would probably switch hands. Like I would have him switch from another angle where he's using the other hand to pull him up, and the other hand was on the ground. Just to switch up that angle, just to play around with a number of different things. But overall, I'd say yeah, it's definitely a good shot. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's totally consistency with that, and it's really really good. It's overall it's a great shot. So yeah, actually, so I'm curious to see where you got the foliage from. Also, because what I've done is I sometimes use the same kind of stuff as far as the area, but I get my stuff from Walmart. I just go to Walmart and pick up, go to their little garden section, and you can pick up like little, little foliage, little grass areas and stuff like that, and it totally fits to that. Because of just how I have my setup here in my place, I can't just pull it out and just leave it there. Otherwise, I would just make a scene, glue that stuff down, make a whole set, and just leave it as is. But yeah, you can go to a hobby shop, go to like their garden section, and you can find just some kind of foliage and stuff you can use for your scenes and everything. Very simple stuff, very very easy stuff. The only thing I've noticed is that over the course of the time, the stuff will kind of deteriorate and start to fall apart, and then you got to go and get more, which is the other reason why I don't really make any kind of dioramas with it, because after a while the stuff just starts to fall apart, and then you got to replace it. So it's fine. You can work with that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's our first shot. Thank you for your submission this week, Bram. Appreciate it. Next we have David. Actually, I think this one, I don't think he actually put the hashtag on this one. I think I saw this shot and I was like, oh, I got to bring this up, because the one big thing that really caught my attention about this shot was the lighting. And man, I'm a sucker for lighting. I love when there's good lighting in an image, and this has all of that. You have the lighting coming from the skateboard, from the sparks. So you have lighting there. You have your blue lighting coming from this side. I'm assuming it'd be like a street light. And then you have another light coming from inside the phone booth. So yeah, it's overall, I mean, this is a really, really good shot. Shadows are really nice. I mean, just overall, just fantastic shot. So this is done really well. But yeah, that was the thing that just caught my attention. It's just really cool. It's a really cool setup and everything. And this is the kind of stuff that just really grabs my attention, when you can play around with the light so much to where you can have different light, shadows, and everything, and they all just work together. So yeah, so I just pulled this just to show you guys, because it just really caught my attention. So the next one I believe was submitted. Yeah, this is from Maz. Man, this is one of the Star Wars picks, and it's just, man, this is such a good shot. This is just really fantastic. I'm looking at it, and I believe these are the Hot Toys figures, and I believe these are the Dark Troopers. So I'm just kind of going off the joints that's down here by the knees, and it looks like the reflection there, and it looks like she's holding the dark saber. on that. But yeah, this is really nice on the lighting. I mean, you have your lighting down here that's coming from, some off-camera light, but the reflection of the light from the dark saber off the helmet, that is another really nice shot. And again, work in the area where you can't really tell who the enemies are, but you can see the enemies right there. So yeah, this is definitely a really good shot. Nice lighting overall, and your depth of field is really good as well. So good job on that, Mike. Man, appreciate it. Next one, I believe this is gonna be yeah, this is our last one. So it's another one. This is another one. This wasn't really they didn't really use the hashtag, but again, this is one that just caught my attention on it because I think they did a really good job with the lighting and overall setup, and the depth of field is also really good. So yeah, just got your Balin skull, and see again this thing here. And this is another way you can play around with it. And this is what I was talking when I was speaking about Bram's image earlier. So my assumption here is that you can't really tilt the head down. It only goes so far, but you have it to where he's looking down at her. So it looks like what was done was, it's like, okay, I can only have the head look down so far, because as you can see, he's not really looking at her. But what he did to cover that is use shadows. So you can't really tell where the character is looking. You just, when you look from here, from this angle, it's like, oh yeah, he's looking right at her. So there's just different ways you can do to manipulate that. So that's another idea that you could have done, Bram, with the other shots. So let me go back and show that. So from right here, like you have some shadows right here, but I would have kind of made it a little bit darker so that the eyes are not as visible. And so that's pretty much what you're seeing right here. It's like you have the darker shadows around here. So at this distance, your mind just tells you, yeah, he's looking at her. So yeah, that's what you ended up seeing. And again, this is just, the lighting on this is really good. I really like the fact that, because he's in focus, you can see the lightsaber and you can see the light really well on the blade. But for here, you can tell even there that it's blurred out a bit for the lightsaber. So nice effect, very nice effect. You put the lightsaber there and then you blurred it a little bit to show depth of field to be consistent with the rest of the photo. So that is a really good job overall. So yeah, top notch, man. Really nice. So yeah, so that's going to do it for the photos that were submitted. So now I have two separate videos to show you guys. One I'm going to show is, we're going to jump right into the Star Wars submission, so you guys can be able to see those photos, and then we'll take a look at the regular photos that were submitted in the group. So let me go ahead and pull up the Star Wars ones, and yeah, we're going to jump right into the May 4th submissions. So let's check this out. Let's see what we got. This is nice comic book cover. Really nicely done. Love the color, the vibrant colors. Really cool. Yeah, this is another nice one. I really like this shot as well. It looks like I'm curious to see what they use for the diorama, but that looks really good. Okay. All right. Got Cad Bane and Boba Fett. I'd say this is probably maybe the recreation of the scene from before, where it was like the full-on attack with this. So nicely done. Luke and Vader. Nice use of the smoke. This is a nice one too. Oh gosh, that's a really cool effect. I actually, it makes you curious of working with some stuff where you can, use water effects for shots. I mean, I would assume that shot was probably water, and because of the lighting, they use some sparks to make that off of that. This is cool. Father and son argument, and mom's like, now hold on. So nice Darth Maul, very good on the lighting. Oh, it's the Harold, man. This is good. Very clever shot. Nice out of the box thinking. Really cool. This has always intrigued me too. I don't own any of these, any versions of these, but man, I really like the way they look. This was a nice spin on Star Wars. Really cool. All right, the two famous duo that's been in just about every single Star Wars episode. This is nice. This is a nice shot too. Star Killer. This is cool. Really nice on the lighting. Nice lightning. We got Qui-Gon. Okay. Really cool. Nice shot. All right, another Mando. I wonder if that in the background, that's the spot where Grogu was supposed to be going to meditate. At least kind of looks like it. All right, got an Obi-Wan. I just recently got this guy. So I still got a number of pictures to take with him. This is good. I think this is one of Jesse's shots in here. Very nicely done. And it's just having a light shine on that would totally help with that. This is a good shot too. Nice standoff. Very cool. All right, Django. Nice lighting. Nice and simple backdrop. And of course, Mandy. Oh gosh. All of those Star Wars figures and customs thrown in there too. That's a nice one. Oh. So, you never know. You can say it could happen. It could happen. This was a good May 4th. I did something similar to this last year, but this is way better. Way better than what I thought of. That was a really good shot. This is another nice one too. Very good. Very cool. Considering all the Star Wars figures, this inspires me to do a shot like this with all of my Star Wars characters because this is a really good shot. That's a nice one. I kind of wonder how he would say it though, because I know he would say "May the Fourth be with you." It'd be another way. Oh, did I throw in a duplicate? Maybe I did. I do a duplicate with that one. This is a nice one. Very nice Obi-Wan shot. Probably use a single light for this. This is very cool. Another nice, good, really good one. Man, you guys like really threw in some really cool shots, man. And your lighting has totally been improving on this. Oh, is he screaming no for C-3PO as well? Oh, this is one of Dan's photos. I think Dan and his wife actually got some custom head sculpts for their figures, so you put on there. That's pretty clever. Nicely done. This is another good one. Really well done. All right, got another Din Djarin. Very cool. This is another. I've done a shot similar to this. I can kind of see where they were trying to do it, getting the photo a little too high, trying to get his armor to match, but those are the limitations you have with the figure, so it's totally understandable. So yeah. So those are our Star Wars images. So the next group of shots that we have, these are just our regular photo submissions. We definitely didn't want to leave you guys out. So these are photos that are not Star Wars images, but they were just images that were submitted in the Facebook group. So we're going to take a look at the work that you guys have put in because, like I said, they definitely needed some recognition with this because there were some good shots as well. So let me go ahead and bring this up and let's take a look at the new photos that we have received. I think Maz did another one. This is, man, I love the lighting on this one. Really nice shot. Very well done. Okay. Very cool. I'm not sure what the story is told on this one, but okay. So, all right. Oh, we did have some couple of Star Wars ones that were kind of thrown in after the fact, but I didn't want to leave you guys out, so I threw them in there. This is another nice one. I've done something similar to this, but yeah, this is a really cool shot. Very clever. Very clever. This is a nice one too. Nice use of the fireball effect. This is really good. Really good. This is Iconic Studios Ryu as well. This is another really good shot. Uh, nice on the posing. Very good pose. This was really good. I think Jay did this one. I think Jay Boaz did this one. Very nicely done. Very cool. All right. All right. It'd have been cool to actually see a Snake Eyes in there. Maybe have the three of them in this shot, but it's good. All right. Nice. Another nice shot. I really like the lighting on this one. Very nicely done. Another good shot. Okay. I used to have a ring a long time ago, 112 scale ring, and I don't have the thing anymore. But I know those things can be fun to work with. They can be fun to get some really nice shots out of that. Very nicely done. Another Star Wars stuff. It's another good one. I'm not sure what scene this is from. It'll be cool if you guys can fill this in. Another one by Ken. This was cool, and I believe Ken, did you use that gun from I guess the Monster Force series? Because it looks like that gun is from that. That was a good choice. Definitely a good choice. These guys are good. Oh, nice Ninja Turtle. This is a nice shot. Very nicely done. Good on the lighting. All right, very nice. Very nice from the Avengers. This is a good shot too. Yeah, this is this is really nice, dynamic posing. Yeah, very nicely done. Okay, this is interesting. Interesting shot. I think I may have seen this figure before, but very cool. I like the lighting on that. Very nice. Is that Moff Gideon and Bane? Okay. Interesting. This is very nicely done. I like this shot too. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Another one, Jay. Ganesha. Oh, okay. All right. Very cool. All right. Good to know. Mars got another one in. I do have one Warhammer figure on the way, and like I said before, I blame Jesse for it. And when it shows up, I'm gonna blame Jesse again. So I would have told myself I was not gonna get those figures, and here it is now. I've ordered one, so it's supposed to be coming in a few months. It's some special edition one that I just ordered. I was like, okay, and it was one that Jesse sent me a link to. He was like, hey, just want to let you know, this is available if you want to jump on it now. He was like, yeah, okay, pressure. So I'll have that coming later on, and I'll probably do an unboxing video and maybe a posing session with that one. So yeah, very nice. Okay. Oh, okay. Just off the top of your head. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, very clever, sir. Very good. Nice job. We did a nice job with it. All right. This is one of the other scenes from Bram. Man, I would say for all the submissions that you've done, it'd be cool to just, I wouldn't mind you reposting, like do all in just one big post, and we're able to see all the scenes. That'd be nice to see. For the people who don't know about the shots, it'd be cool to see. Oh, see, there you go. See, so you feel it, you understand. See, so it's like, yeah, and it's like, when you appeal to the photographer side of everything, it's like, yeah, all right, I'll get it, take some photos with it. And that's the thing that justifies, because if it wasn't for the photography, it's like, no, I don't know if I want that. Unless you're just into just collecting everything, that would make sense. But when it comes to photography, I'm like, yeah, I could do some stuff with that. Oh, so the person, I don't remember who the person was who submitted these photos, but I tried to get them all together because I guess they were trying to tell a story with this one. But this was nicely done. And I understand the difficulty of getting a shot like this too, with all of these characters all in one scene. So man, my hat off to you for doing this shot. This was very nicely done. So I just tried to grab all four of them and put the scenes together. But yeah, this was really cool. Really cool shot. Very well done. So yeah. Thank you guys for submitting that. But oh, you have another plan? Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll let you work your plan, Bram. We'll let you do your thing. Uh, so that's gonna do it for us for today. I'm gonna throw this back up again to remind you guys, for those of you who are just coming in a little late. So we have two things that showed up. One episode that's available right now was the Jack Sparrow posing. You can find that on our channel, where we pose the Hot Toys Jack Sparrow, and we were specifically posing him with the eyes, like focusing on the eyes with our poses. So I gave tips on how to pose Jack Sparrow with the eyes. And then later today, roughly about an hour from now, we are going to be submitting a new video, and this was based off of the interview that I recently had with Anthony from 6 Scale Posers. So we actually talked to each other about, exchange posing tips, and we were discussing, posing various figures. But while we are discussing our figures and posing tips, we actually pose a couple of figures as well. So I took on the Mace Windu figure, and Anthony took on posing the Anakin Skywalker, and this is the artisan edition Anakin Skywalker that he posed. And man, I gotta say, so I believe we did two different poses. I believe we did. I can't remember, but one thing I do remember is the final pose that he did at the end of the show. I was like, oh man, I got to do that one. It was very clever. It's kind of a simple pose that he did, but what he did with the other accessories is what makes it unique. So you guys definitely do not want to miss out on that conversation. But man, Anthony gave some really good tips on posing and things like that. So it was a really good discussion. If you guys like how it goes and things like that, we would love to hear your feedback. And also, if there's anyone else that you perhaps want to recommend for an interview with posing figures, you can definitely just throw in your suggestions to let us know. Also, I'm just going to mention, because I know Bram had mentioned it last week, so I'm going to mention it again here now. I'm just going to throw it under the umbrella of Toytography Dynamics. So in it, we've been talking about dynamic posing, but now we're also going to throw in lighting as well. So we're going to talk about dynamic lighting, and that'll kind of show some or give some tips to you guys on how to work with different color lights. We've seen that a few in the group, and so we're going to be doing that under the umbrella of Toytography Dynamics. So I have lights that have all different colors and things like that. So I'm going to be do an episode where we're focusing on working with different colors and stuff like that. So that'll be under the umbrella of Toytography Dynamics. Another thing that we're going to do, and I'll mention this before I let you guys go. One of the things I mentioned, I believe I mentioned it briefly, but I'm going to bring it up again now. One of the other things we want to do with Toytography Dynamics is just the same as we're critiquing photos. I'm going to be critiquing poses as well. So there's going to be a time where I will let you guys know the hashtag that you guys will use, but you guys are going to submit photos where you're just focusing on the pose. You're not focusing on the lighting or any other aspects of the image. We're just going to be critiquing the pose, and that way we'll give some tips on that. But that's one of the other things we'll do on in our next episode of Toytography Dynamics. We'll go ahead and we'll be working on posing. So we're trying to cover every aspect of Toytography, so that you guys can really pull from these tips and learn to, get better, from all the areas, and not focusing on just one. We're going to try and cover everything we possibly can when it comes to the umbrella of toy photography. So that's going to do it for us for today. Thank you guys again for tuning in to the channel. Please like and subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. So yeah, we'll definitely be trying to reach as many people as we possibly can. So with that said, thank you guys for tuning in, and we are out. May the fourth be with you, and this is the way, and all that other good stuff. Thanks once again, and we'll see you in the next video.